It means a lot.
Hi everyone, I'm Leilani. I've been part of Girls Inc. for 3 years now. Every year I go stronger, smarter, and bolder. And I am so glad to share that with all of you.
Just wait till there's.
Hi everybody, I'm Kaylani, and we are glad you are here and ready to celebrate with us. But first, we have something really special to share.
Please join us in welcoming the Girls Inc. Choir.
Lucky girls!
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. You can count on me 'cause I falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim. This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive. I just wanna dive.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our annual luncheon. My name is Leanna, and I am 12 years old. We are so happy to see so many wonderful faces here today. Thank you for taking the time to join us and be part of this meaningful event.
And my name is Piper. I'm in 3rd grade and have been coming to Girls Inc. since kindergarten. Today is all about coming together, celebrating, and showing appreciation for the people who make a difference in our lives and in our community. We are especially grateful to those who have helped make this luncheon possible.
We would like to take a moment and recognize and thank our incredible co-chairs. Your leadership, dedication, and hard work have truly brought this event to life. Because of you, today is not just a gathering, but a celebration filled with purpose and heart.
Your commitment is seen and felt by all of us. We are so thankful for the time, energy, and passion you have given. You have made a lasting impact, and we are honored to celebrate alongside you today.
To our co-chairs and to everyone here, thank you for supporting us, believing in us, and being a part of something so special.
Please help me welcome our co-chairs to the stage.
We hope you enjoy the luncheon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Tammy Karp.
And I'm Mary Pat Radford. Welcome to the Girls Inc. Celebration Luncheon. First, we want to thank you all for being here to support Girls Inc. and the incredible mission of helping girls grow up to be strong, smart, and bold. Now, as many of you know, we have had the privilege of co-chairing this event a couple of times, and we now proudly sit on the board. This year, we decided it was time to bring in some fresh energy. So, we recruited our daughters. Some people might call that passing the torch. Others might call it a strategic plan. Either way, we are thrilled to have them co-chairing with us this year.
In all seriousness, it means so much to see the next generation stepping up to support an organization that has such an important impact on girls in our community. So today, we celebrate the amazing work of Girls Inc. and an incredible community who will carry its mission forward. Thank you all for being here and for helping us continue to grow the girl. And now, as we pass the torch, we would like to introduce our daughters, Taylor Tamuri, Sarah Ranklayuse, and
Izzy Radford.
I've got the torch. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 36th annual Girls Inc. Celebration Luncheon. Whether this is your first introduction to Girls Inc. or you are already a champion for the girls, we are thrilled you have taken the time to be here today to support the outstanding women and girls of Girls Inc. Sarasota. While we are honored to be your co-chairs for today's luncheon, the impact of your support is best illustrated by the girls themselves. And we are so excited to share the stage with them today, some of the strongest, smartest, and boldest girls in our community. Because of your generous support, Girls Inc. Sarasota has become a leader not only in our community, but in communities all over the country who aspire to uplift their girls and inspire them to be the best and brightest.
My own journey here began as a young camper. I still remember sitting in the cafeteria belting songs from Hannah Montana and Camp Rock with the other girls. The memories made on this campus are irreplaceable and they truly last a lifetime. Recently, I had the privilege of returning to be a facilitator for the Eureka program. For those who don't know, Eureka is a comprehensive program introduced to teach middle and high school girls about the different fields of STEM while developing leadership skills and encouraging career aspirations. I spent a month with a cohort of girls who reminded me just what it was like to spend a summer at Girls Inc. and how special it truly is. Through all the laughter, plenty of learning, and several friendship bracelets later, we are so thankful to have the support of our community who make everything possible. And with that, we would like to take a moment to recognize some of the dignitaries here today. Judge Rochelle Curley, Judge Charles Williams, and school board members Liz Barker and Tom Edwards.
Girls Inc. Sarasota is leading the charge in creating space for young girls to thrive. And of course, these resources in our community would not be possible without the help of our generous donors. First, we would like to honor anyone in the room who is a champion for the girls, having donated $1,000 or more annually to Girls Inc., and ask you to please stand to be recognized. In recognizing all of the true powerhouses in this room today, we would be remiss not to mention one whom we've lost just this last month, Dr. Catherine Keeley. Dr. Keeley was not only a past She Knows Where She's Going award recipient, but a true champion for Girls Inc. and beyond, having devoted her life to caring for and protecting children in our community as a pediatrician with her own practice and serving as the medical director of the Child Protection Center. While her presence is truly missed, her legacy is everlasting. This morning, we would also like to recognize all of our major sponsors. Our strong partners, Judy Love, Linda Monda, and Public Supermarket Charities. Our smart partners, Veronica Brady and Keith Monda, Cat Depot, Gidget's Coastal Provisions, and Saks Fifth Avenue. Our bold partners, Charles and Marjorie Barancic Foundation, Susan Buck, Greenhouse Fabrics, Anna Elizabeth, Gulf Coast Community Foundation, Kay Mathers, and the Norton Family Fund. We would also like to thank the following for contributing to our donation match this afternoon: Charles and Marjorie Barancic Foundation, Kathy and Travis Brown, Susan Buck, Hear Me Roar Foundation, Penny Hill, Laura Kingsley, and Renee Kling. Remember to keep buying your red bracelets for a chance drawing. You may just be lucky enough to trade your red bracelet in for a beautiful gold bracelet that was generously donated by Saks Fifth Avenue, or 2 tickets to our fabulous 50th anniversary gala in October. Just raise your hand and someone will be over to your table. Lastly, we ask you to please locate your red envelopes that are at your place settings. Raise them in the air. I know you all have them. These envelopes are your opportunity to support Girls Inc.'s fundraising goal, ensuring we can continue to reach as many girls as possible with our mission to be strong, smart, and bold. And now we invite you to please enjoy your lunch, and we'll be back with our program shortly. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage Sydney Evans, Girls Inc. Girl, to the stage.
Hi, my name is Sydney Evans. I am 10 years old and have been coming to Girls Inc. since I was 5, half of my life. I'm currently the mayor of Dream Harbor, so it's safe to say I've grown so much since my first day at Girls Inc. I love coming here because I get to hang out with my friends after school in our groups and in our jobs at Dream Harbor. I also love the field trips we go on, like bowling, roller skating, or visiting Spanish Point and the Ringling Museum. Girls Inc. has taught me so much, but mostly how to be independent, making my own choices, and forming my own opinions. It has taught me how to be a leader, which really helps me in my job as mayor. It also has taught me how to be a real friend, caring, and speaking up for others. It's no surprise that I learned those qualities at Girls Inc., and it won't be a surprise to know I've learned a lot of the person that I am about to welcome on the stage. Without further delay, I'd like to introduce Girls Inc. of Sarasota President and CEO, aka my second mom, Miss Angie Stringer.
Thanks, Sydney. Sydney and I spend a lot of time together. A few times a week we get to hang out, and 7 more years she is going to be going to college. So I think about that, and I think in 7 years we'll be sitting here listening to her speak right before she leaves for college. So good job, Sid. So thankful to have you all here today celebrating with us. I want to thank the Strong, Smart, and Bold co-chairs and committee, the luncheon committee, the Michaels on East staff, Saks Fifth Avenue for creating this beautiful event. And a special thank you to the generous donors who created the $75,000 match for today. I also want to recognize the people who make everything you hear about today really happen. So if the staff in the room could just stand up. They're kind of sprinkled all around the room. Their dedication and passion brings our mission to life every day. And our board of directors, please stand up. The board ensures that our community understands the importance and the work we're doing, led by the amazing Judy Love. Thank you guys all for everything you do. So, as many of you know, I use this day to share everything that's going on with the organization. And this year, it feels especially meaningful because we are celebrating our 50th year of providing services to girls in Sarasota County. Over the 50 years, we've served thousands of girls who have grown through our programs and gone on to become the leaders in Sarasota and beyond. This past year alone, we served over 1,300 girls, and we continue to be recognized as one of the top affiliates, Girls Inc. affiliates in US and Canada. Many of our girls began with us when they were 5 years old, and many have continued with us through the age of 24. The Girls Inc. campus on Tuttle Avenue, we provide after-school and summer programs in the building to build a strong foundation for these girls every day. We provide financial literacy, health and wellness, STEM programming, and literacy. Beyond learning, they are applying those skills to real life in ways that through our Dream Harbor program, which is our mini society within the building. They run their own businesses, have their own government, and make the real decisions for us in the building. And we really do give the girls a lot of choices within the building that they help us figure out what we're going to be doing through the year. While the campus programs are extremely important, we know that we have to meet the girls where we are. So through our outreach programs, we're now serving girls in 25 schools across Sarasota County. They're receiving the Girls Inc. curriculums, mentorship, and one-on-one support. This allows us to serve hundreds of extra girls in the community who need to have the opportunities that our girls in the building have. And I'm so excited today to share that we just started providing services in Manatee County. So we'll be able to bring the Girls Inc. experience to even more girls in our region. As our girls grow with the program grows with them. Through our Eureka program, which you heard a little bit earlier from Izzy, the girls are exploring STEM education and careers through hands-on experiences. And through Project Accelerate, we continue to support our young women up to 24 years of age as they navigate college and careers. Many of those girls are first-generation college. Today, we have over 50 young women in the program. Many are in college and preparing for what comes next. Okay, so for a second, I'm just gonna brag about these girls. So if you look in your program, I think somebody already mentioned the list of schools that our girls have been accepted to just this year. Also, Sloan Cox, Sloan, wave your hand. She'll be up here in a second. She just received a $20,000 scholarship from Girls Inc. National, which she will be using at American University in the fall. And I'm going to add one more thing that I just learned today. Cecilia, who's over at that same table, who's at USF in Tampa, had applied to be an intern at Moffitt Cancer Center, and she just found out that she will be there all next year. So I love sharing these stories, but what I love most is not just where the girls are going, but that they continue to support each other wherever they might be. We also know that success, woohoo! That success doesn't just happen in isolation. Through our Family Strengthening Program, we're providing mental health and case management services and family support. That's a little bit of what I accidentally said, right? We have served just this year over 460 girls and 250 families in this program. So we're supporting the entire girl and her environment, so she has the opportunity to fully thrive wherever she ends up. What these numbers don't fully capture are the sense of belonging that the girls find at Girls Inc. The friendships, the support, and the connection. We teach the girls how to show up for each other so that they are building lifelong connections to their friends that they meet. And this means everything to me, that our girls are learning this at such an early time in their life that they will be able to carry it with them. And we never take for granted the role that we play in the girls' lives. I have had the honor for the last 11 years to watch the girls walk in as kindergartners and then grow into the confident young women that you'll be seeing today. Girls Inc. does change lives, and I get to see it every day, and we will be sharing that with you today as well. And as we celebrate 50 years, we have a clear plan to expand our campus, to strengthen our programs, and to expand serving more girls beyond Sarasota and Manatee County. Most of the programs that you've heard about today are offered at no expense or low cost. We believe that access should never be a barrier for the girls that we're serving. Our goal is simple: to reach more girls and to continue growing our girls. For 50 years, the community has stood by Girls Inc., and because of that, thousands of girls have gone on to lead, succeed, and give back. Now, it's up to us to ensure the next generation has that same opportunity. Because there are still girls waiting for opportunity and waiting for someone to believe in them. And together, we can make sure that they are seen, supported, and successful. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you for believing in our mission, and thank you for being a part of the future of Girls Inc. So now I get to turn it over to Jocelyn, and you all are going to meet our wonderful honorees. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jocelyn, and I am a participant in Project Accelerate. It is my honor to introduce this year's Visionary Award recipients: Joanne and Ken John. The Visionary Award recognizes individuals whose generosity, leadership, and belief in our mission help shape the future for generations of girls. Joanne and Ken have truly brought that vision to life. Through their steadfast support, they have opened doors for girls like me, creating opportunities, experiences, and a community where we are encouraged to grow into strong, smart, and bold leaders. We are so grateful that they are here with us today. While they won't be joining us on stage, we are honored to celebrate them in a special way by sharing a video they have prepared for you all. Please join me in recognizing Joanne and Ken Johns as we recognize all they have done, continue to do for the girls of Girls Inc. Thank you.
I became involved with Girls Inc. many years ago through mutual friends, and we started an organization called Coquille within Girls Inc. To raise money to benefit the organization itself and the girls that go there. It was through friends like Sarita Promort, who was very, very much involved with Coquille, that I became aware and more active in that particular project.
I owned and ran a family business. And at the point where nobody else in the family wanted to take the business forward, I sold it. And when I looked at the money that came in, I said, what do I do with this? I don't need it. We know we're very comfortable the way we're happy with the way we are. And we decided that we would participate more in philanthropy, and we have done that. And we've chosen the kinds of philanthropies that we're interested in. There's those that provide help for people who want to grow and improve, who don't have the opportunity that we had growing up.
The Girls Inc. organization is not only mentoring these girls in education-wise, but they're also going into the schools. They're helping them with college applications, advancing them to be able to be college students, and in the future to be leaders in this community and continue to support Girls Inc. as they grow.
Joanne and I have been blessed, particularly with each other, and particularly with the opportunity that we've been given.
And to be able to financially support Girls Inc. and allow these girls to grow and learn and become leaders in our community and elsewhere is a wonderful feeling. It's such a gratifying feeling to see the impact of what Girls Inc. has accomplished over the years, beginning from the time when I was involved with Coquille to what it is today, is remarkable. They serve over 1,300 girls, or did so last year, and that in itself is a statement that I find admirable. We do go by their building occasionally, and we always look toward the building, and they really seem to be doing a good job. And you are. We will cherish the award and very, very much appreciate your thoughtfulness.
Thank you from Girls Inc.
Good afternoon. My name is Nyla Harris, and I am graduating this year from Sarasota County Schools. As someone who is being supported through Girls Inc. and where I'm going next, I'm excited to introduce our first She Knows Where She's Going award. This honoree is a woman who leads with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Someone who not only charts her own path, but inspires others to do the same. Today, we are proud to recognize Terry Naj Maholda. Ms. Terry is celebrating an incredible career as a business leader, one defined by bold moves, fearless growth, and a willingness to embrace change. As Vice President and General Manager of Neiman Marcus Tampa Bay and a leader of Saks Fifth Avenue Club locations across the country, Terry has held nearly every leadership role imaginable, earning respect, not just for what she does, but for how she leads. But what truly sets Terry apart is her heart for the community. For over a decade, she has been a dedicated partner to Girls Inc., helping elevate our mission and champion opportunities for the girls we serve. Ms. Terry, you don't just know where you're going, you light the way for others to follow. Please join me in celebrating this year's She Knows Where She's Going award recipient, Terry Naj Maholda.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to find my speech here. One moment. So a couple of you pulled me aside earlier today and said, so what's going on with Saks Fifth Avenue? Just a little teasing going on, right? So I do want to say Saks Fifth Avenue, Sarasota, is here staying strong, okay? Actually, with that said, one of the things that you just heard is that I'm now currently overseeing the Neiman Marcus in Tampa. I'm very proud today. This is one of the first events that we have had in the country, the opportunity to have a roundtable represented right here by Saks Global. Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus are sitting all together right here. So we're one family. I borrowed Angie's glasses. Woo, Ange. Okay. So good afternoon again. Fellow supporters, friends, and colleagues, I just want to start by thanking Angie Stringer and the Board of Directors for awarding me with this special honor today. I also want to congratulate those of you who have been previously recognized, and the list is long and bold. So congratulations to all of you. I first met Angie upon her arrival back to Girls Inc., Sarasota, 11 years ago. I had just arrived from Washington, D.C., and had accepted the role of Vice President and GM of Saks Fifth Avenue Sarasota store. And I was invited to my first celebration luncheon by a colleague, Sally Schul, marketing powerhouse, Saks Fifth Avenue, former honoree who introduced me to Angie and took me for my first tour of the campus, which just blew me away. Let me take this moment right now to thank Sally Schul for introducing me to Girls Inc. and bringing me to a luncheon that would forever commit me to Girls Inc. So thank you, Sally. And if you know Sally Schul, she took me to a lot more organizations than this one, too. We were busy. I remember that day walking in very clearly to the luncheon and hearing the many moving stories of personal triumph which made a lasting impact on me. I, along with Saks Fifth Avenue, have had the privilege of supporting Angie and Girls Inc. for the past 11 years, and I'm proud to say that during the 11 years, we have contributed to more than $100,000 in donations to Girls Inc. I would also like to acknowledge that the partnership with Girls Inc. and Saks Fifth Avenue began with Sally Schul back in the 2000s. So again, our relationship goes way beyond 11 years. Thank you, Sally. When Angie shared with me, we were having dinner. We were actually sitting at Sophie's and enjoying a dinner after an event. She shared with me the Project Accelerate program. And I was thrilled to hear about Project Accelerate. You see, I have 5 nieces, and I have continued to support and mentor them throughout their lives. I have seen firsthand the challenges that our young people are facing throughout grade school, throughout high school, college, moving out to start their careers, relationships. We all know the emotions and the vulnerability that they are facing. The one area that many of us in this room did not have to navigate growing up was social media. For that, I am grateful. This was an area where I found myself really leaning in, really listening, offering advice, wiping away tears, and reminding my nieces that our real friends are actually in our corners, not on a page, lending advice, lending comfort, and encouragement during our most difficult and challenging times. These young women are experiencing so many emotions through the chapters in their lives, and having adults and a support system around them keeps them grounded. It keeps them safe, and it keeps feeding their self-confidence. I am in awe of seeing my nieces now prospering in their careers and now starting their own families. I know that my presence, my love, my unwavering support has helped shape them both personally and professionally. The bottom line is I was present. I have dedicated my life to retail leadership. This choice has provided me with joy and accountability to lead many women through career paths. When I started my career, the leadership and executive roles were dominated by men. Today, I am proud to have so many female colleagues, including the president of Saks Global Stores, Neiman's & Saks, female, and many executive positions who have made it their mission to pay it forward. When people ask me what I've enjoyed the most throughout my career, I'll say that table right there. I enjoy leading, developing, and promoting. My goal is to help those reach within to stretch themselves and seek out opportunities that they may not have otherwise pursued. I'm a risk taker. I enjoy challenging myself every day. I lead through example, and I've mentored throughout my entire career, and I've been mentored by strong, smart, and bold women. Recently, I received an email from a former employee who worked with me over 18 years ago. She had recently overcome an illness and was reflecting on her life. I read the email aloud to my husband, and we both looked at each other with no words spoken. The email was a thank you and disclosed what she had been dealing with behind closed doors when she worked for me years ago. She shared that she found the courage to leave an abusive situation because I had showed her a new path, a new life, a new opportunity. She shared that my belief in her and my encouragement provided her with confidence and courage to take the first step of the rest of her life to pursue joy and self-fulfillment. This moment of vulnerability with her truth was completely unexpected. It proved to me once again that we make choices every day that can change people's lives with or without us knowing it. I am humbled by the many women in this room who have chartered their paths through much more difficult waters than what I have faced. I am incredibly blessed to have grown up with strong women all around me who never allowed doubt to overcome my ambition. So as I wrap up, I want to remind each and every one of us that our time matters. We choose how we spend it. We have an opportunity today and tomorrow to wrap our arms around Girls Inc. and help continue this organization to grow and help these young girls in our community thrive. Be strong, be smart, be bold, and choose to mentor tomorrow's future leaders of our companies, our communities, and our country. Who will be the first female president? No doubt, a Girls Inc. champion. Thank you all, and again, I just want to thank Angie, not only am I so impressed with everything she's doing, but she's also become a personal friend. So enjoy, everyone. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sloan, and I have been at Girls Inc. for 10 years now. I was the 2025 recipient of the Strong, Smart, and Bold Leadership Award, and I'm so grateful to be here today to pass it on. I'm currently a senior at Sarasota High School, and I plan to attend American University in DC to study international affairs with a focus on peace and conflict. I will also be completing my first semester abroad through the Madrid SIS Scholars Program, but I would not be bold enough to approach this journey if it weren't for Girls Inc.'s lasting support of my dreams to pursue a career in international politics. This dream began here at Girls Inc. when I started participating in the government venture in 2nd grade, and has continued to grow throughout my experience in the Teen Advocacy Council and my time on the National Brand Ambassador Council. Girls Inc. has given me so much, from the opportunity to be on a Times Square billboard, the privilege to represent the brand in our newest ad campaign, and most importantly, my best friend, Jackie. Jackie and I both worked in the government venture after school, and when it wasn't a job day, you could typically find us doing homework. Jackie and I didn't go to the same elementary school, so when we both went to SSAS for middle school, we were so excited to be together every day since we would no longer be at Girls Inc. every afternoon. In 8th grade, Girls Inc. came back to me and Jackie in the form of the Eureka program, where we spent multiple summers in camp and completing internships. Now, Jackie and I have been together at Sarasota High for the past 4 years, and we are getting ready to be way more than 15 minutes away from each other in the fall. Jackie is truly the best friend I could have asked for, and I'm so grateful to have had her by my side these past 10 years. She's compassionate, resilient, and truly embodies what it means to be a Girls Inc. girl, and I am truly so proud of all she is and all I know she will become. So please join me in welcoming our first Strong, Smart, and Bold Leadership recipient, my best friend, Jackie Bricker.
Thank you, Sloan. My name is Jackie Bricker, and I'm a senior at Sarasota High School in both the ACE and MAST programs. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to speak here today and accept this award. I was 5 when I joined Dream Harbor and began my Girls Inc. journey. When I was old enough, I ran for office and was elected as treasurer for 4 consecutive years. It was at Dream Harbor Government where I learned about my practical organizational skills, and it is also where I met my best friend. It's crazy to look back and think of just how much happened before I even got to high school. I got to go shark tagging, tour university labs, and cook a meal for the Girls Inc. staff. My love of theater sparked at one of the many shows we attended, and I joined the Girls Inc. theater troupe where we put on Snow White and Slurping Beauty. But as I grew, so did my opportunities. The summer before 8th grade, I joined the Eureka program where I explored STEM careers and discovered my passion for architecture and engineering. Girls Inc. connected me with John F. Swift and other local firms to narrow down my scope of interest. As a sophomore, I participated in a month-long study abroad program to the Basque region of Spain. As a junior, I joined Project Accelerate, and it completely changed how I see my future. I attended workshops, connected with inspiring community members, and built confidence in what comes next. We also went on college tours where we bonded not just over our goals, but over little things too, like Raising Cane's and themed Airbnbs. I received support with my college applications and scholarships, which made the process feel manageable and empowering. Project Accelerate didn't just prepare me for college, it helped me feel ready for what comes next. As a STAR student, I joined Girls Inc. of Sarasota County Board of Directors. I got the opportunity to attend strategic planning meetings, speak at community engagement events, and participate in program development. Outside of Girls Inc., I am the production manager for the Sarasota High Theater Department. I have been in over 7 performances in varying roles, including working as the scenic designer of Seussical the Musical for the special needs class. Throughout my theater career, Girls Inc. has always provided their support, and I think Miss Angie has been to all of my performances. Beyond theater, I also serve as the treasurer for the Technology Student Association and am a member of both the 1-9 Female Leadership Club and the Science National Honor Society at Sarasota High. As for my next steps, I will be attending North Carolina State University in the fall, where Miss Angie encouraged me to apply. I fell in love with NC State during my visit to the campus, and I am proud to share that I was accepted into the Benjamin Franklin Scholars Program, where I will pursue a degree in civil engineering and art studies. Girls Inc. has been my second home for as long as I can remember. It was at Girls Inc. where I met my best friend Sloan, and it was at Girls Inc. where I found my mentor Claudia. And it was at Girls Inc. where I learned that strong, smart, and bold is a choice I can make and one I will make forever. I am so grateful for the opportunities and community that Girls Inc. provides, and I'm proud to be a Girls Inc. girl. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. It's an honor to be here. Wait, sorry. Let's use this one. Welcome, everyone. It's an honor to be here. I'm very excited everyone could make it. I'm Fabiana Villalobos. I'm in 5th grade, and I'm Vice Mayor of Dream Harbor. Today I get to talk about someone very special named Charlie Ann. I had the chance to talk with her myself, and I was inspired by all she's done to make sure girls like me in Sarasota have the opportunities that we do. She is a strong supporter of the Sarasota Bar Association, Sarasota Memorial Healthcare Foundation, and West Coast Black Theater Troupe. She has also been a supporter of Girls Inc. for more than 20 years. She also shared that the goal to lift up girls like me is to be successful. One of the ways Miss Charlie Ann, works to lift up girls like me is to fight for our First Amendment rights, which is the freedom of speech. This is important to me. So I can express how I feel in a more creative way and learn more at school. Miss Charlie Ann told me a very important quote, which is, "Don't let anyone define you." As I work towards my own goals of future President of the United States, that is something I will carry with me as I grow. This is why it is my honor to welcome to the stage our next She Knows Where She's Going honor, Miss Charlie Ann.
Okay. And I promised her, all of you have to vote for her. I'm at that age where I cry all the time, so I want to thank Girls Inc. for this honor. It's incredibly humbling, and especially now I can stand beside the past awardees, women like Sally Schul and Veronica Brady, who I've admired for so long, and Susan Buck. It's an honor to have my name next to all of you. A quick thank you to my sister Fran, who traveled here from Washington, D.C. to be here for me. And she has been, her entire adult life, advocating for women, and she's a big supporter of Girls Inc. in Orange County, California, where she lives full-time now. And to my favorite gal pals, you are my circle of strength. I'll cry. And thank you for lifting me up. They've had to do a lot of lifting for me in the last year, and I love you and I so appreciate you. I've given Girls Inc., is my mascara showing? I've given Girls Inc. a lot of thought since Angie first told me that I was being honored, and I keep going back to this one question. I went online and I refamiliarized myself with all the programs, and I thought, wow, what would my life have been like had Girls Inc. been there for me? I mean, I'm sure many of you are asking the same question. What would my life have been like? Well, I was fortunate my sister and I had two loving parents who believed in education, but my mother never graduated from high school. My father worked the night shifts so he could put himself through college on the GI Bill. But we didn't have doctors and lawyers and engineers in our family. And although my parents believed that education would change everything, and it did, beyond that, they could really offer no guidance, no direction. We were on our own. And back then, I went to grade school and middle school and thought I was successful. I could name all the capitals of the 50 states, and I could play a mean kickball. But beyond that, I never learned how to see myself as a future lawyer, how to see myself as a future leader. I could play kickball. Girls Inc. girls, they can. You heard from Fabiana, she's going to be the next president of the United States. Starting in kindergarten at Dream Harbor, they learn to imagine themselves as lawyers and engineers and president of the United States. And then over time, that imagination turns into belief. And once you have that belief in yourself, it goes a long way and everything changes. I don't know why they made me type things up. I never ever do. I always just say what's on my head. So what would Girls Inc. have been like? What would my life have been? What would my life have been like if Girls Inc. was there for me? Well, to continue, I entered high school in 1968. I did have timing on my side. The women's movement was just coming to the forefront. There were women stepping forward and saying, hey, we matter too. We have a voice. Gloria Steinem was my mentor, my idol, my imaginary mentor, my idol. And that's when I made the decision, I think I'll be a lawyer. But I really didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how to get there or what to do. But I was feisty, so I just pushed. I forced myself. And I fought all the way through college, through law school, and into a career that I loved. And yes, I did have a lot of successes. Thank you, Charles Williams, my partner. And I did achieve a lot of firsts. But if I'm perfectly honest with you, it was not a smooth ride. It wasn't a clear path. And there were a lot of heartbreaks and a lot of missteps. There was no one there from the Accelerate program to tell me this is how you do it. There was no one there to tell me how to recover when I fell. There was no one there to tell me how to build a life instead of just a career. It was lonely. There was no one there to share my outrage when someone delivered to my office a brown paper bag with the word bitch written on the outside And inside the bag, use your imagination, was a battery-operated device. Now, I acted tough, like it was a badge of honor. True confessions. I went in the bathroom and I cried for about 20 minutes, washed my face, and went back out as if nothing happened. There was no one there when I showed up for a job interview with the senior partner of a local firm, and he put his hand up my skirt. And then when I loudly, and I may have even threatened to hit him, I don't know, when I loudly refused his advances, he told me I would never, ever be a successful lawyer. I didn't ask for help. There was no one there to go to. But girls at Girls Inc., they're never going to be in that position. They are never alone. There is always someone. Yes, let's clap. They have the advantage of what is now my very favorite program, Project Accelerate. They have someone who will be standing there alongside them through high school, which is truly one of the most vulnerable times, through college, and as they start their careers. And then they form those lifelong bonds, so they really have someone beside them for the rest of their life. They learn what I didn't learn until much later, that it's okay to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness, that you can be strong without being bitchy and loud, that you can lead with both courage and compassion. Fast forward years later, I lost both my parents and my beautiful 29-year-old sister in a very short period of time to cancer. And grief has a way of making you shift. And if you're lucky, it gives you a life purpose. And suddenly, the practice of law didn't hold that spark for me. But through the grief, I realized I still have something to give back. And that is that I can help some young woman not go through what I endured. So I changed my life, and I started giving back to others who wouldn't have to suffer like me. And I began mentoring a beautiful young lawyer a while ago. I first met her when she started law school. Fast forward 2 weeks ago, she made history. She is the first African-American woman elected as president of the Sarasota County Bar Association. She's here today. It's Tamara Spires. Now, I don't take credit for her success, but I do take pride in knowing that I walked beside her for at least part of your journey. And that's what matters. Showing up, being there, listening, supporting, believing in someone, sometimes when they can't fully believe in themselves. That's what Girls Inc. does. That speaks to the heart of Girls Inc. When you invest in a girl, by the way, you not only transform their lives, but you transform every life that they touch. So yes, looking back, my life would have been very different had I had Girls Inc. But I can't rewrite my history, and I can't live with regret for my past. So I'm going to look forward, and I'm going to support Girls Inc. with all my heart and help change the future of some other young girl. So today, instead of celebrating me, what I'm going to ask you all to do is join me in celebrating Girls Inc. Support it. Be a part of it. Invest in it. Because somewhere out there, there's another little girl like me who doesn't know how to do it, who doesn't know who to go to, but we can help her become who she's supposed to be. And with Girls Inc. and all of us here in this room, she won't have to do it alone. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. My name is Cecilia Trich. I began attending Girls Inc. when I was just 6 years old, and now I'm 19. I'm proud to still be connected to a place that has shaped who I am today. I'm currently in my first year at the University of South Florida, where I'm pursuing a pre-physician's assistant track. Some of you may remember me from 2 years ago when I had the honor of receiving the Strong, Smart, and Bold Leadership Award. But today isn't about me. It's about introducing someone who truly embodies those same qualities. I met this incredible young woman 13 years ago at Girls Inc. We became especially close while working with each other these past 2 years. Melanie represents everything that Girls Inc. makes so special: the friendships, the support, and the growth. No matter the situation, I know I can count on her to lift my spirits and bring positivity into any room. She has become not only my coworker, but one of my closest friends. Melanie is dedicated, driven, and involved in so many activities both in and out of school, and she continues to push herself and those around her to be better every day. Just when I think I've seen all she can accomplish, she still finds new ways to inspire me. I could go on and on about how amazing she is, but I think it's time that we hear it from her directly. Can you please join me in welcoming Melanie?
Thank you, Cecilia. My name is Melanie Lopez. I started at Girls Inc. with my sisters when I was in 2nd grade, but stopped coming in middle school. Thankfully, I stayed in touch with the girls I met because they are the ones who got me to Girls Inc. when I needed it the most. Growing up, Girls Inc. became more than just a program to me. It became a second home, a place where I felt safe, supported, and truly seen. Not only did it provide me with a welcoming environment, but also extended that support to my family, which brought us closer together. Girls Inc. gave me early exposure to leadership, communication, and just as importantly, it gave me real friendships, some of the closest that I still have today. A few years ago at a sleepover, I shared that I was having a hard time and didn't know what to do. Her response was simple: "You need to go back to Girls Inc." So I did. And I visited different colleges, gained incredible mentorship, and was given opportunities I never would have imagined for myself. I was never alone in shaping my future. I was able to explore future opportunities, possibilities, including internships like working at a real estate agency for a summer. That experience was invaluable. It helped me realize that it wasn't for me. It also gave me the understanding that there is something out there just for me, and I continued exploring. At Booker High, I saw MRI scans, and something about it immediately sparked my interest. From that moment on, I knew I wanted to continue down the healthcare path. I planned to attend Tallahassee State College with the hope to eventually transfer to Florida A&M University to become a radiologic technologist and eventually working in pediatric care. Girls Inc. didn't just prepare me for a future job, they helped me discover my passion. Working with younger girls, especially those who are struggling, made me realize how much I care about helping children feel heard, seen, and understood. I know what it feels like to be a kid going through things and needing someone to just be there to listen, not judge you based on your actions, but understanding where you're coming from. Being that person to someone else is something that means a lot. I want every child I work with to feel supported no matter what they're going through, because at Girls Inc. it's not just about the programs, it's about the people. I received counseling through Dr. Myra, which gave me a safe space to grow on my own terms. And it gave me the confidence to know I can help others grow in the same way I have. Lastly, I want to recognize someone who has played a significant role in my journey, Miss Cynthia. When I came back to Girls Inc., she helped me see the steps to build my future. She has been a constant source of guidance and encouragement. When I was struggling in school, she helped me talk to my teacher. When my car stopped working, she made sure I still got to where I needed to go, and even took me there herself. When things feel uncertain, I know there's always someone I can count on. She truly represents everything Girls Inc. stands for, empowering girls to be strong, smart, and bold. As a child, I was very shy and kept to myself, but Girls Inc. helped me come out of my shell. It empowered me to use my voice and to be confident with who I am. It gave me the confidence to stand in front of all of you here today with a clear voice and a clear vision for my future, and the belief that I deserve both. Thank you for believing in us and investing in our futures. Because of you, the impact of Girls Inc. will continue far beyond this room and into everything we do next. Thank you.
Wow, it's clear why all these girls and grown-ups were chosen to be our honorees today.
It's because of people like them and an audience like you that helps me see just how far I can grow. My name's Alexandria. I'm in the 4th grade, and I've been going to Girls Inc. for 4 years, and I love cheer.
And I'm Sophia. I'm in the 7th grade. I'm also a part of the 4-H program. I've been going to Girls Inc. since I was just 5 years old. I've loved growing up with Girls Inc. I'm still trying to decide who I am and who I want to become. With the help from the amazing Girls Inc. staff, I feel like I've already done so much.
We are so lucky to have them as role models and showing us our true potential.
Please join us while we welcome our co-chairs,
Miss Mary Pat Vatford and Miss Tammy Cart.
Thank you all so much, and thank you to our incredible honorees. Your leadership, your example, and your commitment to this community are exactly what Girls Inc. is all about. Now, about those red envelopes. Today, we've heard about 50 years of impact. We've heard about over 1,300 girls served this year alone. And we've seen what is possible when girls are given the tools, the support, and the belief they deserve. Now, we have the opportunity to be part of that story. As you've been looking through your program today, you may have noticed the impressive list of colleges where our Girls Inc. girls have been accepted. Take a moment and see if you spot your alma mater on that list. If you do, we'd love to know. When you fill out your donation card today, feel free to jot it down. It's a wonderful way for us to connect you with the girls who are following in your footsteps.
As you have heard earlier, thanks to the generosity of the Branzik Foundation, Kathy and Travis Brown, Susan Buck, Henry Roars Foundation, Penny Hill, Renee Kling, and Dr. Laura Kingsley, every gift made today will be matched dollar for dollar up to $75,000. That means your support right now can go twice as far. Whether you've been part of Girls Inc. for years or you're just getting to know this incredible organization, we invite you to join us because there are still girls in our community who need this. So today, we ask you to give as generously as you can. You'll find giving cards in the red envelopes on your tables or QR codes on the donor cards and screen, and your Venmo information is also, our Venmo information is also on the card. Our team is also available to assist you. Together, we can ensure that the next generation of girls has the same opportunities, the same support, and the same chance to lead. Thank you for being a part of this incredible day. And now we're going to hand it back over to the girls.
Hello, my name is Julia and I'm 11 years old. I have been with Girls Inc. for 7 years.
I am Joelle and I am 9 years old. I've been coming to Girls Inc. for 4 years and I love to do cheer and choir.
My name is Piper and I am in 1st grade. I started Girls Inc. last summer.
We love growing up here together. We want to thank Saks Fifth Avenue for donating the amazing raffle items. We are so excited to announce the winner. Please check your tickets for number, drumroll please, 210. On your way out, please make sure you check the board with the winning raffle items.
Congratulations. This year we are congratulations. This year we are excited to raffle off